the things I do to record videos. Hey everybody, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how I get my rentals ready before they even become rentals, and my entire process as to how I make sure that they are rental ready. So the very first thing that I like to do is go through and inspect the vehicle. Well, first I give it a visual inspection on the outside, and then I make sure that it drives perfectly well and everything on the inside is working properly. Things like buttons, AC, all that stuff, as well as, like I said, a quick test drive so that you can make sure the car is running properly and there's no big issues. In our case, if you watch our podcast, you would know that we buy a lot of our vehicles from auctions, which tends to mean that many of them are going to have a lot of issues with different mechanical things, brakes, suspension, a whole lot of things that could go bad with them. But that doesn't mean that the car is bad. That just simply means that we have to go to our next steps, which is repairs. Now, in my case, I have my brother, which runs our shop for us. So any repair that I happen to need or find in my vehicles will go through him, which tends to be pretty easy to get done very quickly. This isn't something that has to be hard either for you guys. It's pretty easy to start forming a relationship with a good mechanic that'll give you pretty good rates once you guys have made that bond. Just make sure beforehand that you know exactly what you're buying so that you don't have any major issues that will cause you a headache at the beginning of your Turo journey. And moving on from there, I do two quick things that are my GPS and my toll weight transponder. The reason why I wait until now to get these done is because you always want to make sure that your car is in fact repairable and is going to be ready before you go ahead and start setting up all of these extra things that you might set up for a car that you never end up using. The GPSs that I use have to be professionally connected to a power and ground, so I tend to have my brother go ahead and just do this at our shop. The tollway pass, on the other hand, is something that can be found in many forms. I used to start with some that just stuck here on your windshield. After that, I moved on to some that go on your license plate because it was easier and customers would lose them less often. And finally now I've moved on to some stickers that also just go on your windshield that you can add right behind your rear view mirror. They're not as noticeable and customers won't try to peel them off or anything. And heading from there, I go into my preferred favorite part, which is taking photos of the car. Now, taking photos of your car is a very important part of this whole process because if you don't take good photos, no one's going to want to rent your car. So this is why I always talk about it in other videos, to make sure that you guys know the importance of good photos on your listings. So let me show you how I get that done. So start with one of the edges of the car like this, the side profiles, and I'll add more photos in here as examples so you guys can see exactly what I mean. This is how you would take photos. Do not mind the mess that's in this car. It's not ready for the photos yet since we do still need to detail it, but I just wanted to show you guys how my process will work. Finally, to finish it all off, I make sure I go get gas in the car so that it has a full tank and we're all set for the first rental. This isn't something that's necessary for any rental vehicles, but it's something that I like to do for my fleet because it just gives off a good impression to every first guest. A little weird. That's everything that I do to make sure my car is ready for its first rental. If you think there's anything I missed or you have any questions on anything, make sure to leave a comment so that maybe you see it in a future video or I'll address it right away. That's going to be it for me today, guys. Hope you had fun, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Did I just hold this?